Yeah, and I wanted to start with spotter spam Nilfgaard today. You know, I haven't had a chance to play that much Gwent this season yet, and spotter spam is one of those things that got buffed with Nilfgaardian Knight going to 9 power. You play like in spotter spam, you play like 9 spotters or like 8 to 10 spotters, or however you want to look at it. You play like 8 to 10 instances of this Nilfgaardian Knight, and that 1 point is like an 8 to 10 point buff for the deck. Hope Leo's okay. Yeah, he's okay. He's okay. We just needed, like, he just had some hives. And it looks a lot worse than it actually was. I don't think it was bothering him too much, but we gave him some. We sent him home early from school and then gave him some children's allergy medication, and he was fine. Giant spotters are the best soldiers archetype. Okay, so this is what I came up with as, like, without help from anybody else or without looking at an existing list. What do you guys think should be, played in spotter spam? So here's my idea, right? I'll tell you what my idea is first, and then you guys, if you have any other lists that you've seen or tried that you like, that you think are good, then we can take a look at them and see if we can get any ideas from them as well. So spotters, obviously you want Nilfgaardian Knight in your deck to be the target of the spotters, and you want to be able to buff the Nilfgaardian Knights to like 18 or 21 or something like really tall, so that each of your spotters are getting much more boosts, and you're going to play like 8 to 10 spotters, like I said. So how do we buff the Nilfgaardian Knights? We buff them with offerings, we buff them with All God, we buff them with Triss Butterflies or Enchanted Armor. So, like, you could even do something on Blue Coin. You could do something like Triss Butterflies and Nilfgaardian Knight into your hand. Or no, you could do something like offering All God, buffing a Nilfgaardian Knight in your deck, then Triss Butterflies the Nilfgaardian Knight into your hand. So that's like +9 buff already, and then click the Enchanted Armor that gives you +12 buff to maximize the Nilfgaardian Knight at 21 power, and then you get 24 power spotters. But the problem with that is that if you do that with the Triss and you bring it into your hand, you can't put it back into the deck. So you can't actually play your spotters in round 1, which maybe it's okay to just give up round 1 when you are playing like round 2 and round 3, you're just playing a bajillion spotters for 24 points each. And then the other thing that I was thinking is, this is a point slam deck, right? This is basically a point slam deck. It is vulnerable to locks. It's not really vulnerable to damage because the spotters are going to have decently high armor, and even if they take your armor away, you can Impure Formation them or like click Garrison to get the armor back. So it's more of a point slam deck. It's not really like a threat deck. You could kind of look at it as a threat deck. Locks are obviously a pain in the butt. We could play some unlocks or like some diviners or something. I'm not really sure. You also don't want to like you want to play Arturis Vigo for like another spotter or a slave driver or even like a lock against engine heavy decks, but you don't want to play too many bronzes so that you want to keep your Vigo consistent. You've seen a Seer with Battle Stations and Iris Package. So I thought about Iris Package. I don't think Iris Package is that good because the deck doesn't thin that much. The Iris Package is... I mean, it doesn't thin that much, so it doesn't really get you... Like, you're not going to get all the units that Iris ends up buffing. So the one buff that goes onto the spotter target, that's say you get that 8 times, right? So, and then... Because, like, you also don't play that many units. You play a decent amount of specials. Maybe it's worth it. I don't know. What did this end up playing for? Like 5 plus 6? Because, like, you play Iris in round 1, right? Let's say you play Iris in round 1. And you're buffing the 6 units that you draw in round 2 and round 3. And then you're buffing your spotter by 8. I mean, that's still pretty good. I guess that's still pretty good. But you're not necessarily going to be drawing all 6 units. And you're not going to thin that much. So I put in Nausicaa Brigade in this deck. 1, because I think this deck needs thinning. It needs more thinning. And 2, the Nausicaa Brigades are targets for the All God, which can be good. Even in the same round as you play All God. Like, if you don't draw All God until round 2 or round 3, you could still maybe get Nausicaa Brigade value from the All God. I'm not really sure about the Nausicaa Brigades, but I feel like we want thinning, we want cheap thinning, so like we have Nausicaa Brigades and Musicians of Blaviken. Play around Igni, yes. So also battle stations is so weird. Isn't battle stations like asking to brick your own spotter? You play battle stations and you draw into your 18-point Nilfgaardian Knight, and then what do? Then you just took away so many points from your spotters if you do that, right? So I don't love battle stations. How do you like prevent or deal with that situation, that low roll? It's not even that big of a low roll, especially if you're gonna play battle stations twice. You're really likely to draw into your Nilfgaardian Knight. And then once you're done clicking all the spotters, you can maybe like Vilgefortz the Nilfgaardian Knight out of your deck, or Royal Decree it out, or like we could play like a War Council. There's also the thought of playing this card, Imperial Marine, as Imperial Marine could put the Nilfgaardian Knight towards the top of your deck, and then you wouldn't need as much armor for your spotters to find it. Although this deck doesn't play that many units, so it's relatively easy to find the Nilfgaardian Knight in this deck. But the nice thing about putting the Nilfgaardian Knight up to the top is that you guarantee that you get it with the Vilgefortz when you go self-Vilgefortz. So there are some considerations here. This deck thins 4. It thins 1, 2, 3, and 4 on Royal Decree. Vilgefortz, if you take self-thinning on Vilgefortz, it would be 5. So there's going to be like 4 to 5 cards that we don't play. Oh, no, also a Roderick, so... I also put a Roderick in there. So we thin 5 to 6. So there's 3 to 4 cards that we don't play. 3 to 4 cards that we don't play. It's going to be like the 2 Assassinations and one of the Nilfgaardian Knights. It's probably going to be the 3 cards that we don't play. And the 4th card that we don't play would be the 2nd Nilfgaardian Knight if we don't self-Vilgefortz. So the thinning, I think the thinning setup and like the rule of 16 kind of thing is pretty good. Oh, we also have an Invo. Invo can be like a insurance plan if they mill your spotter target. You can maybe Invo one of their units to at least get your spotters to do something rather than nothing. But it needs to be a bronze soldier that you Invo. It's also kind of weird. You can play Heatwave in a 5 instead of Roderick and Invo. Hey, Spud. Invo's good with Roderick, though, because Invo can set up something for the Roderick. Brigade is also all got target. Yeah, that's why I like them. But, like, Brigade's a weird card. It's like a brick that you can't thin until at least round 2, if not round 3. So it could be kind of weird. I'm not sure about the Brigade. I've also seen versions of this that play Operator, and then they Duchess Informant the spotter on their side of the board. And then they like remedy their spotter at the end, or illusionist their spotter. But I don't really think the problem, I don't really think the bottleneck or the problem of the deck is to play more spotters. Like, this version already has 9 spotters in its deck. If you add like Duchess Informant and Operator and Teleportation and Illusionist, like, you just have so many spotters in your deck, but you can't play them all because there's not enough turns to play them all. Remind me of the rule of 16 again. Rule of 16 is that there's 16 turns in a game. You draw 10 cards in round 1, then 3 cards round 2, 3 cards round 3, so it's 16 turns in a game. So you gotta build your deck in mind that you want to have like 16 good turns. And then you're gonna have some cards left in your deck that you don't play, right? Because there's only 16 turns. You want those cards to be as low provision as possible, so that you're not wasting too many provisions in your deck. If you're not playing Assassinations, then why not change them to 4P? Because I want Musicians of Blaviken for a Thin. Like, we're very close to Musicians of Blaviken in this deck. I think I'd rather have Musicians of Blaviken, which is like a 9 provision card. This is worth 9 provision. So if you downgrade Assassinations to 4P, you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot. Yeah, you're saving 2 provisions, but you're now playing a 4P card instead of a 9P card. Musicians of Blaviken is fairly priced at 9P if he didn't have a condition. He's better than Roach. Because it self thins at the beginning of the deck, at the beginning of the game, and you don't have to worry about mulliganing it or bricking into it. And it also thins a unit from your deck so that your spotters are more likely to see your Nilfgaardian Knights. Let me see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow. So I was looking at a version of, I was looking at like, there was a version that I looked at after I built this, on Kung Fu Rabbit's YouTube channel. I think Kareem made this deck, and he was playing a version with Operator and Informant, and he only played 1 Nilfgaardian Knight. I found that so risky. Only play 1. What deck is the perfect or near perfect example of the rule? Something that, like, if you think about a theoretical deck that thins 0 cards, it's going to end up with 9 cards in your deck. You want at least 9 you want at least 9 4 provision cards in your deck if your deck thins 0. So that, assuming that you draw optimally and you draw all your golds and all your like higher provision bronzes, that at the end of the game when there's 9 cards left in your deck, they're all going to be 4 provision cards in the deck. Do you have a favorite chicken and beer place yet? Oh, we've been to a few. We've been to BHC, Kyo-chan. I like Kyo-chan so far, I think, a little bit more than BHC. But yeah, I'm a fan of fried chicken. Not a fan of beer, but I am a fan of fried chicken, and so I would definitely be trying more fried chicken places in Seoul. Do you have any recommendations, Spud? Hey, First Blood. Selfwound. We go first. Selfwound has Heat Wave and like maybe Spores, right? We go first. Offerings are good. That we don't want. Locks are good. Ramon's good. Spotters are good. Royal Decree gives us All God or Triss Butt. I think we get rid of... I mean, Assassination is kind of good too. I actually think we get rid of a spotter here. I think we get rid of a spotter here. Greetings from Degenerate European. Yes, hello. Welcome. Welcome, my Degenerate European friends. What's the iconic food of South Korea? Like kimchi? But I don't like spicy food. I'll probably go with like where's our proactive play? We gotta I guess what we could do is we could play a spotter. Oh. Holy crap. 10 armor. I think I'm gonna want to Ramon Cavalry in this. I guess I could also play Nilfgaardian Knight, right? Totem, huh? Get rid of one of these. Put it on that. You've been more inclined to try spicy food? Nice. Okay, so you have Korean friends that rave about kombu. Okay. I have to try kombu. Do we bother locking this? I don't think so. So do I want to go for Triss Butt into this? Or do I want to just... I think maybe we just go Royal Decree All God. Yeah, I think probably just Royal Decree All God.
How dare you disturb
So
a
these,
god at rest, mortal?
this, and this. And then... Okay, this shows an order, right? I think that shows an order, so I took a screenshot of it. Oh god, we have the 2 brigades near the top of the deck.
As good as dead.
Kill that, and let's put... I mean, I don't really want to play this card, so I don't think I want to put the armor and the boost on this card. I think we just want to do this. Do I have enough locks and answers to take a long round 3? Because, like, Selfwound... Because I can't actually play that many cards here. I can play some locks, but this totem is getting him a lot of points. Right? Selfwound plays, what, 1 Purify? Maybe 2 at most? I'm just going to lock everything. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 removals. And then, like, Offering can be a removal potentially as well. Assassination as well. Iris would buff Roderick? Yeah, like, if you played Iris, you probably wouldn't play Roderick. And we're not that scared of Svalblob, right? We have not that many units. Our units have armor. Svalblob isn't that that big of a deal. Good old NG Soldier Spam, yeah. He played quite a, like, he played Draco Turtle and Svalblood Totem in this round. Okay, we haven't drawn into these, but we know these are the next units. So I almost think we don't mulligan. Yeah, I think we don't mulligan here. Triss Butt is at the bottom of the deck. Triss Butt is at the bottom of the deck, and we got a Slave Driver near the bottom as well. We do have Roderick that could get us Triss Butt, but I don't think we're going to want to Roderick Triss Butt anymore. And we're probably going to if we do get the Roderick in round 3, we're going to probably Roderick into a Ingo. Troll, okay. Easy. Easy assassination value. Nice, nice. I still have this Nilfgaardian Knight, huh? We have 2 non-units. 2 non-units in the stack. Triss Butt is at the bottom. I see what you did there. Okay. I never thought of the look at deck aspect of spotters. Always played them round 3. Oh, yeah, you have so many spotters in this deck, you don't need to save them all for round 3, and the information is good. The information's kind of like a maxi. So we knew he was drawing into, I think, maxi, and, drawing into maxi, and I don't remember what the 3rd unit was, but it was maxi something and Olgierd. Oh, this is also a lock if I wanted it. but I think I'll go for this. Oh, he didn't draw the old geared yet. Okay. Nice. Oh, the tempo. The tempo thinning. Wow. These are kind of nice when they're 3 power, huh? Now we're getting closer to Vilgefortz and Roderick and Slave Driver. He could do 10 damage to my spotter. Okay, he decides to pass. I guess we play Nilfgaardian Knight here. Maybe I should have played Ramon. Maybe I should have played Ramon there and gotten ahead. Or maybe I should have leadered to get ahead, actually. Yeah, I think I should have leadered. Like, our tempo is really good now. I should have leadered. Ramon is good. Ramon we want to keep because it's another lock. But I probably should have leadered. Roderick gets us Triss Butt, which... It's like a 6. Roderick is like a... Oh, but I could Roderick his gold. I could invo his gold and Roderick his gold. Which I think I'll do that. Or we might miss and we get Necromancy, which is also okay. What's the next unit in my deck? It's a Slave Driver, so we're going to get rid of Offering. We're going to hold this hand. Can't believe you already forgot about the brigades there. Yeah, dude, my memory is so bad. Okay, so what threats does he have? He has Sigvald. He has Olgierd Immortal. He has Canute. He has Sigdrifa. And then maybe he has like a Purify. It's like 5 answers. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we're going to save the Ramon for a lock. I think we're saving a Ramon for a lock. So I think we're going with Spotter here. Sigvald in his deck. He has a Peller in his deck as well. Okay. Sigvald in his deck, Peller in his deck. And in terms of our units, we know that the Nilfgaardian Knight is on top now. It's Nilfgaardian Knight, Slave Driver, Triss Butt is the order of units in our deck. Nilfgaardian Knight, Slave Driver, Triss Butt. Okay. I guess we invo this. Oh no, we lock this? Because this is low power? We don't need to rush clicking, right? We just save everything, save all our armor. Because he might do damage with stuff like Berserker or Svalblob.
Death holds no surprise.
This is an invo, because this is going to be his natural tallest unit. He's used Sigdrifa already. Yeah, he has 1 Peller in the deck, I think, and we saw it with our spotter. So he has to, like, Oniromancy that Peller. If he wants to get it. He has to Oniromancy the Peller, and when we just have more locks. Oh, he has a crappy squirrel, okay. Pretty crappy squirrel, nice. Let's go Artorias now. Artorias could be flexible in that he could be like a lock or a spotter. But I think we just want the assimilate value from him now.
You will not regret this, good sir. To work! The able and us.
8 damage. 8 damage. I think we're okay. I don't think we need to leader. Are we not butting? No, we're not going to Triss Butt. We're not going to Triss Butt. We'll either play Olgierd Immortal or Necromancy. Necromancy for spotter. With this Roderick. One of these two. Triss Butt's just not that good points here. He can do 7 damage with Care Trolled. With a Canute or a Sigvald. But he can also do more. He can go like, technically he could go Canute into 3 damage and then 7 more damage from the Care Trolled. So he could technically do 10. If he really wanted to, he could do 10. But if he's sinking 10 damage into this, it's not even that good, right? Why are we waiting on the clicks? Because Selfwound is going to have AoE damage like Svalblob, as well as maybe like a second Berserker or something. And I'd rather soak up damage with the armor and still... We only need 1 armor to reveal this. Or 2 armor now, because Olgierd Immortal's on top. We only need 2 armor now to reveal this. See, he takes the armor off of this, but like, for what? He didn't do anything there. That didn't do anything, right? Yeah, we're gonna maybe self-Vilg. If we don't need the Vilgeforts for removal, we will self-Vilgeforts.
I
don't know if we're supposed to buff this that many times, but I do think we're gonna... Do we click this one now? 5? How much damage can he do? Still think he can't do that much damage. Ooh, we still don't need to click. Night buff is pretty good, yeah.
I value
Oh, here's
adventures
another
only
careful. Okay, so now we gotta click this. And now I think we go for Roderick.
Push on!
Necromancy.
No mercy!
Spotter. Why are there... Oh, 2 spotters in my graveyard, okay. Right. Canute... Oh, he drew so badly! Oh my god, he drew so badly. I gotta feel bad for our opponent. Okay, so our Nilf Knights are only 13 power. They're not huge. They're only 13 power, but we're playing like 16 for 6s, which is pretty good, right? And actually, this card played for what? Like, this card played for like 16 plus 6, like 22, because he sank a Care Trolled into it. Why are we using a knight and not a taller card? What's taller than a knight? It has to be a bronze soldier in order for the spotter to boost. So the knight is the tallest bronze soldier. He's gonna use those other leader charges to kill this one, which I guess is fair. We will lock his blob. Yep, lock. Some people in chat are definitely getting triggered by this. So if you read the text of Spotter, he gains vitality equal to the unit's power. Unless it's a bronze knight, then he boosts himself. Okay, we don't care about that, because his blob is already gone, right? He's not going to purify his blob at this point and get another explosion. So I think we just do this.
Obedience or the lash!
Baru?
And then we do this. Maybe I should have armored the lock. We get 3 points either way. We get 2 additional armor. We get 2 armor on unarmored units. Why did he heatwave the small one? That was so weird. Why would you heatwave the small one? But yeah, we win by a lot here. The Vilgefort's finisher for 15 points. That's pretty good too. And we don't even need to use Vilgefort's offensively against this engine deck. Ah, spores, okay. 27-point win. Damn. Hey Chrissy, good morning. Sweet NG superiority. The faction that made me love this game ever since Witcher 3 Gwent, where I was just doing the spy mage spam that would draw you 2 cards. Yeah, yeah. Well, so, okay. Controversial question. Which faction do you guys think was best in Witcher 3 Gwent? Is it Northern Realms or Nilfgaard? Between those two, right? I'll do a poll. I don't know how many of you guys here were playing. Which faction was strongest in Witcher 3 Gwent? NRNG. 10-minute poll. Enslave 6. Okay, Enslave 6 is kind of scary because they can Vilgefortz out our Nilfgaardian Knight. That's a little bit scary. They don't have high base strength units either. Enslave 6? They don't have really high base strength units, which is kind of bad for us. What do we play first? Do we play a spotter first? Oh no, they play Geralt of Rivia. And they play Slave Driver. Huh. Geralt of Rivia is bad. This is really low power. It's gonna get like assassinated or something. Vilga self-pull can still pull a gold. Yes, yes, yes. Always felt just NR. Yeah, I also like played 90% NR in Witcher 3 Gwent, and I tried Nilfgaard for a little bit, but I felt NR was better, but maybe because I was just more used to it. You think there's a chance of Gwent reviving the upcoming Witcher game? I think the chance is really, really small, Aaron. I mean, you'd have to have a... Because, like, if CDPR was actually going to put Gwent into Witcher 4, it would make no sense for them to go on hiatus. To go into Gwentfinity. If they were going to actually have Witcher 4 come out and revive Gwent in like 2 years. I don't know, it's 2 years to 2026. Is that reasonable for Witcher 4? Kind of annoying that his... That's pretty annoying.
Lousy scraps! Take them out of my sight!
I need to buff both of these because he's probably going to be able to mill one. I don't think we do anything about this. Is this Ivo tactic spam?
Party,
yeah,
popper,
it probably
party,
is.
popper, party,
He's playing
popper,
War
party,
Council.
popper,
There's no
party,
Calvite.
popper.
He's spamming Magni divisions. It's probably Ivo. We have Tall Punish though. We have Invo and Vilgefortz as Tall Punish. So if we can get Last Say, that would be great. I don't have my offerings, which is kind of bad. Like in this deck, you want to draw your offerings in round 1. You just play 2 Booherds in 1 turn. Jeez. Okay. He's drawing his units. Ivo deck. Ivo deck, what's like their tallest unit in the Ivo deck? Ivo deck has like nothing to lock, so we gotta play Ramon on spotter, most likely. Giving him a Ramon to copy is not ideal. Might have another... Thinking about... Okay, false Siri in the deck. He's about to draw her. I'm gonna wait on this for now. I don't think we want to play... Oh, we want to buff the spotter. We buff the spot. I guess we could buff the spotter to 6 and then leader it to like 7 so that he can't enslave it. Royal Decree Triss Butterflies. Maybe. Yeah, maybe. We could take one of the Nilfgaardian Knights and put the enchanted armor on it. That makes sense. We could put away one of the locks. We don't care about the locks. We only care about the locks if he starts copying our spotters, but he doesn't have a tall unit in his deck, I don't think. We've seen CPR making decisions that had less sense than that, yeah. 63 Monster Phidias, damn. No!
We follow Letho.
Oh my god. Ah, random Kingslayer RNG. Okay, so this is a problem. Alright, alright. Good news is maybe he's running Geralt of Rivia instead of Vilgefortz. And then he can't mill our other one. But now the bad news is I can't really go for the Triss idea anymore, because if I go for the Triss idea, there's gonna be nothing to spotter. Yeah, if I go for the Triss idea, there's gonna be nothing to spotter.
To work!
Stefan. Oh god, these brigades are always on top. I think we're gonna buff that. Okay, so where's my knight? It needs 3 armor. My knight needs 3 armor. My spotters need 3 armor to see my knight. Both slave drivers and both magnies in round 1, yeah. Pretty lucky. He has a Geralt of Rivia in his hand. He has an Arturius in his hand, I think. Or we saw, yeah, I think we did not see the Arturius anymore. I think he's drawn the Arturius now. And his top of the deck is currently like a 4/4. He also has the false series now. It's like a 4/4 and a 5, right? 4/4 and Stefan. Nice try, buddy. Should we pass? I kind of think we should pass, knowing that he has. But I need last say for Ivo. I'm thinking, okay, if we don't pass, we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna do this, that, and then we're gonna do 3 leader charges of these. I think. Played into treason. Ugh. Why'd I play into treason? Oh man. Okay, I shouldn't have done that. Okay, he passes. Still need to watch out for Vilgefortz. I do think we can go into long round 3 now and just make his war council bad. The knight is next. My Nilfgaardian knight is the next unit on top of my deck. We drew into, so there's still necromancy and garrison that we can potentially draw into, other than the units. And then we have Nilf Knight, Triss, Arturius. Can't play an offering here. Okay, we played Royal Decree Triss? We play Royal Decree Triss here? Just to get more carryover on this? We put back Assassination? Or do we put back Lock? What do these Ivo decks play now? Do they play Torturer? If these... He's running out of units in the deck? Oh. Shit, you're right. In round 3, he's gonna have, like, no units in the deck. And our spotters, like, can't get armor. Oh, no. So does that mean that we should try to push? That's so dangerous, too. Oh, that's scary. He only has 2 units left in his deck. Which means he can draw both of them and just leave. He has 2 out of 5 cards or units in his deck. Who's faction master for Nilfgaard? Jaggeris, I think. 89% of you said NR was the best faction in Gwent, in Witcher 3 Gwent, which I agree with. Trinet was Syndicate, I think.
My prescription, a bit of bloodletting.
He's gonna lock me. Boo. Ayah. Ayah. We're in trouble, aren't we?
What is truth if not an illusion? Back in line!
He has no slave drivers left, right? And he has no Arturius left. SK in Witcher 3 is underrated? Maybe. I never even really played SK. I don't remember playing SK at all in Witcher 3 Gwent. Like, what made them good? They didn't have as many spies as NR or NG.
As good as dead, that lot.
We know that the Nilf Knight is the unit on top. Do we? No, because we mulligan. No, because we mulliganed our brigades, and the brigades could have gone back above the Nilf Knight. Yikes. We're pushing because we don't have the luxury of going to round 3 with our spotters. Our spotters are really bad in round 3 because he'll have no units left in his deck. That's why we're pushing. Do you guys think we should leader now and click this spotter? Well, I also have this offering that I kind of want to play first. Like, how likely is it he's going to do 1 damage to kill the spotter? Not super likely, right? It'll trade into his Geralt? Yeah, I mean, we're going to play into his Geralt at some point, right? We have an 11-point Nilf Knight as well. I do think maybe we can avoid playing into his Geralt if we have last say.
Not today!
Sergeant.
Tomorrow!
Oh. Could I invo his Sergeant and then, like, Necromancy Slave Drivers? Necromancy Slave Driver on Sergeant. Sergeant would also get the brigades out. Okay, this first. Into that. Into click this. Yes, it's on top. Okay. And then we do this to block his Enslave. And we go that as well. And we played into treason again. Oh my god. Okay, so he has like an 18-point Geralt of Rivia. 6 points on this. We can pass now, right? Because we have no spotters left. None of these cards are none of these cards are like forced spotters. But I also maybe want to invo a sergeant, because this. What are we gonna do with this necromancy if we draw it? If we don't have sergeants, what are we gonna do with the necromancy? We're gonna necromancy a slave driver into Alba armored cavalry, which isn't that good. Okay. He has like 1 sergeant left. His enslave is kind of bad right now. His enslave is a 6. He's got 18 plus 6, 24 reach, which isn't enough to get ahead. I could also consider playing Vilgefortz now. Oh, wait, no, I need to save Vilgefortz for Ivo, right? I need to save Vilgefortz for Ivo. There's the Geralt.
Not your lucky day.
I guess we pass here? His Ivo might, like, if we keep playing, his Ivo might not be that big in round 3, and we don't need to Vilgefortz it. He's played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, 10 cards. 10 cards in this round. If he plays Ivo, Ivo's like 11 power right now. Oh, I can't self Vilga anymore. Sergeant's on top of my deck now. Well, so much for that plan, right? We can't self Vilgefortz anymore because now it's the Sergeant on top of our deck instead of the Nilfgaardian Knight. So we gotta pass. I don't remember White Flame for some reason, but NG decks were very flexible no matter the matchup. White Flame. Oh, it was one of the leaders, right? Was named Emir White Flame. What did he do? Does it just cancel out your opponent's leader? Oh, he has the leader here. Very nice. What was the best Witcher Gwent card? I think it was Decoy. I think it was Decoy because you would decoy their spy and then play their spy. And Decoy also gave you card advantage, right? What did Avlok do? Did it draw you 2 cards or something? Maybe Avlok. I can only draw units with Triss. I could, I don't know, 4-point Roderick? Okay, so I guess we mulligan Triss because she's a 7. Right. We mulligan Triss and we hope that we don't get these 2. Offering? Offering's terrible. It's a 4. I think we're gonna go for the brick. Oh, nice. Nice. I meant by saying go for the brick is like risk the brick. What does this get us though? This kind of gets us like a spotter. I guess it gets us a lock. We'll probably take a lock. Alba Armored Cavalry with it. He's played a Geralt of Rivia, but he might have another Tall Punish. Damn. I almost feel like we maybe could have we maybe could have mulliganed the Nilf Knight and Vilgefortz it. No, we can't Vilgefortz it out because we're like we might get these. But I was thinking like if he plays both Vilgefortz and Geralt of Rivia, and when he Vilgefortzes us, right now there's nothing coming out. Whereas if we mulligan like one of these bronze units, then we would get some value from it. Interesting that he played Geralt of Rivia, not Leo, right? Yeah, Leo Bonhart is just strictly better Geralt of Rivia, isn't it?
2 licks or 4, I never miss, even at full gallop.
This is our assassination.
Never miss.
Also could have argued to lock that, I suppose. Garrison, we don't want to play spotter.
We all make sacrifices.
Oh no, that was our assassination, chat. No. That's a 19-point sergeant right now, though. I can self-assassinate this false Siri. I should have saved assassination for false Siri. It can damage allies. Do we go for... We don't go for spotter. He has a Stefan in his hand right now. He has a Stefan and I don't know, and an Ivo and something. Stefan, Ivo, something. Terra Nova? Can this deck actually play Terra Nova, though? It only has Enslave to set up the Terra Nova. If only you ran the 4 provision lock, yeah. And it's too bad we can't, like, get a slave driver from this. And even if we could, we can't damage this. Why were we talking about Witcher 3, Gwent? I think someone just brought it up in chat.
Merely a matter of time.
Is this deck really good? Seems like a meme deck. I don't think it's really good, but I think it's certainly, I think it's playable. It feels playable. We're trying it out, right? We're trying it out for the first time. This is like our second or third game. I shouldn't have played the lock. Chat. Okay, so there's Ivo and something. Well, this is a 9. I can just play the Nilf Knight. His Ivo's not going to be bigger than 19 or 21. Yeah. And he probably has no, we know he has no unit in his deck. There's the Ivo. So his last card is a Tall Punish. This is going back. We're losing 14 points. We're at 15. We are down 23 right now. We're down 23 right now. Trying to think. If I play Vilgefortz now, we're up, down 23. We're up 26, so up 3, up 5. This plays for 11. We're up 16. Okay, I think we beat a Vilgefortz or a Tall Punish if we do this first. No, I don't want to kill False Siri with Vilgefortz because like we would rather kill their 21. Right? We'd rather kill their 21, get out nothing, than kill their 8 and get out a 1 or a 4. Yeah, nice.
Mistake stars reflected in
It's a win.
for the night sky.
Gotta play the card. Can't pass. If we pass, we lose because the false theory goes back over to his side. Oh my god, that's sick. It's 1 point better to go Vilgefortz first? Is that what you said? Is it 1 point better? I agree. I agree it's 1 point better. But I was doing the math to see if that small point differential is going to matter for what I think his last card is, which is either Leo Bonhart or Vilgefortz or like Heatwave. Hey, Gustav. Hello, good morning. Just want to say, even if I can't be on your live stream, I still watch every VOD. Keep them coming. I will, Gustav. That's really good to hear. You gotta go to work now. Have a great day, everybody. See you, Gustav. Later. By 1. I mean, I agree it was the right play. Okay, nice. Yeah, it's 1 point better because we're saving 3. We're saving 3 points on his Vilgefortz or his Tall Punish, and then but we're losing 2 because we have to actually buff something by 2 with our Knight. Whereas if we play our Knight first, that 2 buff gets canceled out by our Vilgefortz. Perfect time for West Coast, yeah. If only there were a lot of West Coast Gwent Twitch viewers. We're going first. We've got double offering in hand. That's good. Well, we need to get rid of one of the knights. Okay. So, we're up against NR Knights. They won't have a lot of punish. They'll have like Heat Wave, maybe a Spores. But we have to deal with their engines. We have to make sure we have enough to deal with their engines. They also run like Purify, which can be annoying. What does Roderick get me right now? Too many things. Not really reliable enough. Okay, so I think we're probably opening Nilfgaardian Knight. Laughs in work from home European, nice. I think we're probably doing this, even though like the enchanted armor. Yeah. Quite unfortunate. I think this is the play. I'm trying to look at if there's anything else. Like, could I Triss Butt to open? I don't think so.
All roads lead to Nilfgaard.
Triss Butt to open and then draw what? I think this round, I think the way that I'm sequencing here, I'm probably going to Triss Butt into an All God. Triss Butt into an All God so I can play All God, play the double offerings. We'll get 6 buff on this and it'll go to 15. And it'll just like kind of stay there at 15. And we'll enchanted armor like Vigo for protection against Erendite or something.
Hey, one never need ask me twice.
Ew. That's annoying. We're blue coin as well. Do I YOLO? Do I Triss Butt Vilgefortz instead? Like 3 out of 6 options are good here. And All Gods also. Let's go. I'm doing it. I'm doing YOLO.
Kill the dog diddlers.
I think it's Invo. I think it's Invo because Vilgefortz is probably going to pull him out an engine. And I don't want that. I'd rather Vilgefortz late in the game. And Vilgefortz can also be used to pull out my own big knight at the end of round 3. I don't know if the Invo is that important for us to protect against his stuff. Maybe it's okay. We could like Defender to protect against a Heat Wave on spotters. But that would mean stacking all of our spotters on the same row. Hey, Richard. It's going well. We're playing some... we're playing some spotter spam for the first time in like a year. I lock this dude, right? I lock this dude and then we get... I probably still lock this dude. Oh my god, there's no Secret Service. Okay. There's actually no Secret Service. I think we're pretty much gonna put it on this. I don't know, maybe it's premature. Maybe I could somehow get out of this round while also getting the buff on the Nilf Knight. I still need to play these offerings. I can't, like, not play the offerings. Come on, play a Squire or something. Play a Squire. Play a Knight Errant. Or that. That works. Yes. Yeah, Triss Butt only works if we don't want to fight for the round. Exactly. I need to draw this lock. I'm scared that we might not draw this lock. For round 2 or round 3. He also will likely play a Peller or a Mahakam Ale in his deck. His Infusion dude might be a problem. Which one? Knight Errant or Bronwyn? Wanted to try this deck, but rolled into win 1 game with NG, and I'd rather re-roll that into a key daily. You could try this deck without doing daily quests. So he is looking like he wants to pass. I think we're actually doing the I shouldn't have used the stratagem, man. I actually think we shouldn't have used the stratagem. Ah. Damn it.
Just great.
What are we putting back? We're gonna put back Assassination? Probably Assassination. And then we're gonna draw this guy. Oh no, but I didn't play the offering. No. Crap. Okay, it's okay. He's gonna pass here. He's gonna pass here. It's okay. He's going to pass. What am I kidding? Who am I kidding? Knights never pass. Knights never pass. Why did he play the Vandergrift then? I don't understand. Why did he play the Vandergrift if he wasn't gonna pass? I got jebaited. No. I actually got jebaited pretty hard.
The senses can be fooled easily. Back in line!
Okay, can you pass now? Yes, pretty please. Pass? Oh, offering value, but I don't have the knight in my I don't have the knight in the deck. Okay, we buff, I guess, one of these, because we're gonna be getting them at some point. And am I leadering? Like, I really want him to pass. That was a really good offering situation for us, getting a Knight Errant. I can play another Slave Driver onto another lock. And then I'll, like, if he plays one more card, I'm gonna play Slave Driver and then maybe some leaders. Because he's not really gonna chip the armor off of my spotters, right? How many turns has he been ahead? He was ahead this turn. But I don't think he was ahead any other turn. So he has one Erendite right now. Erendite's at 1. Nice! We can buff the Knight to a maximum of 21, yes. Ideally, like in ideal circumstances, you can buff him to 21, but like it's gonna be very, very rare that you actually get it. I think 18 is like a more reasonable ceiling, and even that is kind of rare. Okay. Well, I mean, this is a good hand. We don't have All God. I would prefer an All God, I guess. So do we get rid of Defender here? Do we get rid of a Spotter? I think we get rid of Well, no, we won the round, so Nausicaa Brigade isn't going to get us any. It isn't going to thin this round because we won the round. Putting merchants in all my decks today for Shimiri Fanatics. I mean, merchant is not even guaranteed to get this because it's not necessarily at the top of the deck. Okay, I mean, I guess we're pushing, right? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 units in the deck. That's a lot of units.
Beat the lordling dogs until they beg for mercy.
Shit. His stuff is so small. His stuff is so small, man. And I haven't played the All God yet. Our Nilf Knight is only 14. It could have been 17 if I saved the stratagem. But if I save the stratagem, maybe he still plays in round 2. Okay. We assassinate this, and we click this. Okay, it's 5th unit from the top. 5th unit from the top. I took a screenshot. We're drawing into one brigade, and then All God, and then Vilgefortz. That's good. Vilgefortz is... We really need Vilgefortz. And then there's a Donamir, which... Okay, I think this is now a pass. We got the scenario. He's probably going to be able to carry over the Vandergrift. I mean, it's either pass here, or we could go Necromancy into lock and lock the Squire. Or lock the Vandergrift. But I think we're about to lose our card if we play 5 tempo. Right? He would need 12 to get ahead. And that's very easy. Even if we lock this, to get 12 is super easy. Let's just pass. Let's just pass, give him his carryover. Let's do this with Shupradea. More stratagem, more buff. But then you lose like a bunch of spotters, right? You lose a spotter and you lose a slave driver spotter with Shupradea. And you lose an offering. So that's too... Yeah, that's not worth it, right? It's not even worth it losing an offering for the Redea.
Jail!
His Bronwyn will be useless in round 3? You're saying that he won't... Why? Why will his Bronwyn be useless in round 3? Vilgefortz? Royal Decree. Okay, so the next card is Vilgefortz. If it's a unit, the next card is Vilgefortz. Or it's the Assassination. I mean... These cards are all too good. This is 5, so this card, All God is worth like... All God's worth, like, I think I have to keep this hand. I think this hand is just a keep. Because, like, the spotters are too good, right? The spotters are my best cards. We'll probably end up using Vilgefortz offensively on his tallest unit at the end of the game, so we're not going to bring out the Nilf Knight. Yeah, Maiden's Shield. We'll play All God first, buff this, 1, 2, 3, and then Vilgefortz 4. We'll probably get 4 Vilgefortz. We'll get like 4 out of the 5 boosts to be able to like harvest them in with the All God in round 3, and then this boost is going to get multiplied by 5. So All God's actually playing for 5 plus 8 plus another 8. So 21.
I've more important things to do.
Okay, I have maybe a lock here, a lock here, maybe a lock here. So I have 3 locks plus a Vilga. I don't think we lock that. I don't think we lock that. Because we're just gonna do this first, and also like if we lock it, we lose the brigade value too, on this All God. I'm not sure if it really matters what else we buff as our yeah, I'm not sure if it really matters if what the 5th buff is.
Give up now.
That's, I mean, he has 5 cards left. We have but that's not really worth locking, right? Like, I'd rather just play a spotter. The locks have to be better than a spotter in order for me to actually want to play a lock. Correct? Yeah. I can't lock Bronwyn. I could lock Maiden's Shield. The locks have to be better than a spotter. And my spotters are worth 19. Where's my knight, though? My knight's under Vilgefortz and Donimir and Nilfgaardian. And my knight's my third unit. My knight is my third unit. Shit. Oh man. Okay. Yikes. Yikers. Would it be better if offering was killing a 5-power unit? Of course it would be. What do you mean? What kind of question is that? Okay, he heat waves to stop slave driver, I guess. And then he might like Erendite this one. We have more. Should we use spotters ASAP to deny arrow value? I mean, he's always gonna have arrow value. If we're gonna play a spotter, as long as we still have at least one spotter to play, he's gonna get Erendite value, right? His infusion carryover was gone? No. What happened to his... Oh, because the first card he played was Damn Sorceress. He messed up. He clicked the Squire at the end of round 2. And then played a non-knight, so it didn't get him the infusion. I guess what we should do is we should click this now because we want to deny his Erendite from growing more. And I actually, like, I'm kind of running out of time, but I should probably Imperial Formation this. Well, I'm going to play more spotters. I'm maybe only going to play one lock in this game, I think. The Vilgefortz, the self-Vilgefortz would get me a 9. I'm probably not going to self-Vilgefortz. Right? At best, it's going to be, like, 6 points self-Vilgefortz. And we know that we're going to take out a squirrel on the top of his deck. So I'd rather just squirrel his tall stuff. That's the Erendite right there.
The righteous shall be recompensed.
Okay. I'm gonna go Slave Driver first.
Move! Fight for the Emperor and you might be freed!
Baru?
Probably don't want to play into Boiling Oil or something. But let's do that. Then he uses Erendite. His Erendite was 8 damage. Oh wow, I didn't count the Erendite. I should have counted Erendite. It was only 8 damage. I could have prevented that spotter from dying to 8 damage. Does he still have an Oniro? No, he used it to get the Erendite. So he probably has Maiden's Shield in his hand then. I mean, I don't know. Maiden's Shield might not be worth as much as the Erendite. Okay, there it is.
Ah! Crest got stuck in the stirrups again.
He's 1 short from getting... Okay. So... What is the play here? She doesn't... Can she use her grace? Can she use her order right away? If she gets to 5 on his last turn? I mean, it doesn't really matter, right? I think we just go for more spotters. I think it doesn't matter. I think we just go for more spotters.
Obedience or the lash!
in before Scorch in Knights. I also could have locked this, I suppose. If I lock this, maybe he can't refresh his leader on this thing.
I never short on stamina.
Yeah, we should win. I think we should win here. Shouldn't be doing this. Leader this, right? And then, yeah, a few more points. Oh, he did get to use this. Yeah, we don't even need the Vilgeforts. We're up by so much, actually. Nice. We win by 27? Damn. Okay.